So yeah, he always ensured that he would take 2 months, like before his swim, he would actually go 2 months before the swim, like a couple
Okay.
of months before the swim, and then swim in the water there to get himself acclimatized to the water. So like when he would go to England, he would live in the YMCA that he essentially had the membership at, and then essentially spend a couple of months working out there
Okay.
in the YMCA at Dover, and eventually they get himself acclimatized to the cold water and swim accordingly.
Yeah. And
Steve,
then the self-discipline.
Yeah, so he remembers living almost for 3 months in the English Channel, 3 months in England before his English Channel swim. Yeah.
And then the self-discipline that he needed to gain from 60 kilograms to 92 kilograms.
Yeah.
That's another half a person. I mean, 60
Yeah.
to 92. How did you do that?
eating.
So yeah, since his siblings were all doctors and they had knowledge of diet and stuff like that, they would actually make him drink. Like it was like force eating, essentially forcing himself to eat like 2 liters, drink 2 liters of milk every day, eat like a lot of ham, eat a lot of pork, a lot of chicken, essentially to build that fat on him. Yeah, so ham was one of his to-go foods to gain weight if necessary.
Okay.
Steve, one of the things that I think it's hard for you and I to understand, when you and I go to a swim, we don't get $1 million if we win, and they don't take us out and kill us if we lose. Life goes on. I think for many of the swimmers from India, that was it. If you succeeded, you were going to have a good life. If you didn't succeed, it was not a pretty picture. And I think it's something in the West we can't understand that the same way.
Yeah, so I think that is something I can attest to. Is there's a very strong shade of extreme white and black in the Indian swimming community. You either have to be really good or just don't do it at all, kind of thing. And with my dad, I think I can attest to the fact that him being deaf, he was treated not equal many times. And many times many people have come and told him something along the lines of, oh, you can't do this, you cannot hear, or you can't see with an eye and stuff like that. And he does have a really strong sense of, I'm going to prove you wrong and I'm going to do this no matter what. And that, I think, eventually is what drove him a lot. And the family members in our whole family understood that about him, and that is the thing that they kept cherishing. So my aunts and my uncles and my grandmother and my grandfather, they all knew that if there's one thing he can make something out of himself, that's going to be swimming. So let's just push him and cherish him to get himself be that good.
Wow.